Right, hold on, Dave. So Yorkie is back before you, once again asking out our friend or foe, and apologising for the fact that if you just saw a 2-minute video, or if you arrived here and wondered how the hell we got here in the Defender's Heart, technical issues, my friends. Technical issues. The stream basically stopped working. So, I apologise for that. Not much the old Yorkie can do here, so also Yorkie can do here. Kate Lesser, we've heard about you. The elf punched up next to you is clutching a small but deep puncture wound. Her appearance is quite remarkable. Her skin is blacker than any Garundi's. Her teeth are fanged, her hair is as grey as a crone's. Her crimson eyes glare at you with a gleam of malice. What are you looking at, soldier? Like what you see? Who are you? Giving you a scrutinizing look, she says harshly, "There's no point in you knowing, soldier. Trust me, the answer would only bring you misfortune, and it still wouldn't be of any use to you. I'm a wanderer you won't ever meet again." Who wounded you? Haven't you noticed the city is burning? There's a battle on. I was wounded by a cultist. It appears that the woman is a drow. Her race is also known as Dark or Cavern Elves. They're rarely seen on the surface, so it's surprising to encounter her here. I know who you are. You're Kalissa, her cultist of Discari. That's a lie. Her crimson eyes flash as she says firmly, "I loathe demons, and I'll kill any I come across." Take a closer look at the elf. She's clearly holding something back, but she doesn't appear to be lying. Whatever it is she's hiding, her claim that she hates demons sounds quite convincing. Why would Fawn slander you? Kalissa's grim expression hardens further, as bleak and unflinching as the words on a tombstone. You're asking questions that are dangerous in and of themselves. I urge you to stop. The more you know about me, the higher the chance of a traitor's dagger will find its way into your back. I believe you. Fawn is at the Defender's Heart. You should stay clear of the place. It's not my intention to set foot in there. Farewell, soldier, and thank you for believing in me. We'll sell the bugger.
Might be trap, might be treasure.
Right.
Burn! Slice! Behead!
More items for sale.
Move out.
What are you lot doing?
Quick. She won't feel a thing.
Oh, will you back away?
I don't know. Can we really do this?
Listen, we don't have a choice. There are demons everywhere. What else would you have us do?
A group of knights surrounds a young elven girl. She is dressed in rags that barely cover her hideous scars on her body. The beggar girl is on her knees, watching placidly, as the people argue heatedly around her. It's as if she doesn't sense the looming danger at all. A black crow flies in agitated circles above her head.
In Iomede's name, we're sorry, girl, but it is our duty. We have to do this, not for our own sake, but for the sake of everyone who can still be saved from the demons. If we don't win this battle, you won't have long to live anyway.
The knight brings his sword up above the girl's head.
I understand. You're scared. You feel powerless. You think this will help. You don't have to justify yourselves to me. Just do what you've decided to do.
What's going on here? The knight's hands are shaking.
Our weapons barely scratch the demons' hides. We're sacrificing this girl to Iomede so we can consecrate our weapons with her innocent blood and gain the power to destroy the spawn of the abyss.
Yeah, that's not going to work.
It's extreme, but we have no other choice. We have to defend this city somehow, or else we'll all perish, including her.
That's ridiculous. The teachings of Iomedes strictly prohibit the killing of innocents.
Exactly. What were you thinking? The goddess would never allow this.
Whose idea was this anyway? I think it was yours.
My idea? I was against the whole thing right from the start. Who said we needed to make a sacrifice? Wasn't it you? You can't blame anyone else for that.
Please don't fight. All of you are good people, defenders of the city. You just made a mistake. Please don't hurt them.
Hey, I know her. I see her all the time on the street. She's a couple of cards short of a full deck, if you know what I mean.
I believe you.
Hi. Remember when we used to play together when we were little? But then you went and got all big. And I stayed the same for some reason.
Huh? I played with you? Pull the other one.
You did. We played tag and hide and seek. Then you and the bigger boys came up with the game where you all threw stones at me. You laughed so hard, it made me happy too. But then you grew up and went away to do grown-up things. Wanna play with me now?
You liked it when they threw stones at you. Well, Jeff? Well, Jeff, why are you throwing stones at insane people?
For the love of... Canabras is too damn small.
Go to the Defender's Heart Tavern. That's where the survivors are gathering. And don't even think of doing anything so disgusting ever again.
Thank you.
Nights hurry away before you can change your mind.
They're gone. And they all lived. I was sure that someone would die today. So many people had died here already. But we are still alive for some reason. Strange, isn't it? But you shouldn't listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just a silly girl, really.
Well, you certainly have a strange opinion of what's fun. Who are you?
Call me Ember. I live here, on the streets, for many years now. But there's nothing to say about me.
I don't think you're an ordinary girl, and that crow you have there, it's not ordinary either.
No, don't be silly. I'm very ordinary. Well, I know different types of tricks. But Soot taught me those.
Magic tricks?
Now Soot here, she truly is unusual. She's clever and she can talk, but only to me. She teaches me magic tricks and lots of other stuff. I don't know what I'd do without her.
Magic tricks, you say? You could prove useful when fighting the demons. And I'll be able to protect you from insane soldiers on the streets. Come with me.
Sure. Let's go.
Actually, go to the Demon's Heart, or Defender's Heart, whatever it's called. I could be mounted.
My temper.
No, there is a door here. Let's save before we go within.
That is quite a discovery.
Yeah. I see a trap. So there must be a trigger somewhere. There.
This is my kind of work.
Is it?
Head on!
I suppose it would be. You're a thief.
Pretty good, aren't I?
We just got some hide armor. Oh no, this is it. Hide armor +1. Might as well have that toad. Although, can anyone else benefit from it? You've got +4. This allows up to +4. That
Not my
beats
field
leather.
of expertise.
Oh, you can't wear it. My mistake. Robin, you can't wear it. It's not light armor. You could wear it, but you're already wearing 5. That is 5. You're fine with that. Then you might as well have it.
I lead. You follow.
And we have a secret door here, and a magic circle within, by the look of it. An incomplete magic circle for a summoning ritual.
I'll get it next time.
That didn't work too well. Well, that injured us.
I stand
So, do you want to
ready.
get some healing on?
Onwards.
Don't hold back.
Hey!
And get back on your horse, fool.
Here we go again.
Oh,
Adventures
Should I?
can wait.
the touch. Add acid to it, I think. Anything this way?
You asked me. This is my kind of work.
Not him. Nothing that way. A bit of stuff to sell. Make a profit. Right, over to the bridge and see what else there is in the city. Or in the market square, rather. Folks! And a new level was had by all. Hit. And web, I think. Doesn't matter too much because you can learn from scrolls. Dex +2. Odex at 14 gives +2. And I see you with, let me just get my little documents here. I had them planned, you see. I don't know the planning was good, but I had them planned. Oh, yes. I haven't tried one of these before. Let's have a raptor. Skill focus, actually. Take that down by 1. Put that up by 1. No. Yes, that's fine. Elemental Whispers. Not a cat. A hare. Eldritch Mage. Eldritch Archer, rather. Watching Ray can be delivered that way. A dog. Level. Take the penalty off your wisdom. While raging, whenever a barbarian is subject to a spell or non-spell healing effect. Oh, okay. No. Beast Totem. While raging, the barbarian gains 2 claw attacks. That's not going to do anything. Animal Fury. You can have a bite attack, yes. A horse. A bulwark. Constitution up. A leopard. Have your dexterity. Actually, I'll give you constitution for now. 8 points will do good for you. And a raptor. I think a bully. Those massive claws. Use strength and agility to send foes crashing to the ground. Making a trip attack. Add your dex bonus to your CMB. I think that would be good. Chicken! You're just an oversized chicken, aren't you? I just realised I screwed up the animals. Not to worry. They're screwed up until level 4 now. At level 8. So I didn't give them the point of intelligence.
Move out.
My beloved brother, I admire your zeal, of course. If you're wondering, the point of intelligence, taking it to level 3, allows them to have teamwork things that will, of course, help the whole team. My beloved brother, I admire your zeal, of course, but would you not agree this is hardly the time to be standing over a hole that no one will ever emerge from? Or perhaps you're concerned someone will decide to go for a nighttime stroll and will accidentally fall into it. Such foresight is laudable, but do you really need so many soldiers for such a task? Can't your warriors be put to better use, for instance, fighting demons, or clearing rubble, while the people trapped beneath it might still be alive? The face of this golden-curled Aasimar is beautiful, even by the standards of his kind, in whose veins run the blood of angels. His melodious voice sounds cheerful, but bitter reproach simmers in his gaze. Don't you dare call me brother, heretic! The signs of recent hard fighting are obvious in this stern old man. His armour is dented and covered in blood, and his unnatural pallor suggests something more dangerous than wounds inflicted by claws and fangs. Nevertheless, his gaze is stony and his voice, accustomed to barking orders, is harsh and clipped. How dare you accuse me of doing nothing to protect the city, especially now when followers of your temple were caught committing treason? To my mind, you are no different than the demon worshippers, those miscreants, those beasts that are digging on the city walls. Everyone knows, my dearest planet, that in your zealous pursuit of ordering the city, you have long and since forgotten how to tell friend from foe, and good from evil. That's what happened with my adepts, whose act of treason was a genuine attempt to save the city. And yet again, I am forced to repeat myself. While we are wasting time on pointless quarrels, people are dying under the rubble in our city. People whom we could have saved. If you had only set your soldiers to the task, and not kept them here surrounding a useless and utterly harmless hole in the ground. Harmless? Well, if it's on your say-so, that must mean there's someone down there. Your associates, no doubt. And they're just waiting for us to abandon our post before they slink out and try again to... The old man noticed your approach. And you, I remember you. You appeared in my city the day the team was attacked and Terendlev died. What are you doing here? Answer at once, or I'll have you strung up by your ankles before you know it. Don't think that the demons have wounded me. I can still have enough strength to take on 100 of your sort. Who are you to be asking me such questions? I find it passing strange that you don't already know who I am. Ulrun Shapok, prelate of Canabres. Inquisitor by the grace of Iomade. Defender of the city by her grace of Her Majesty Queen Galfrey, against threats from within and without. And as we can see, you've done a sterling job of protecting the city. The golden-curled Aasimar flashes her flinty smile. I am Ramian of Edme, prior of the Temple of Desna, which, alas, currently lies in ruins. Wise Ulrun here believes it vital to guard this hole in the ground from which he is certain demons will emerge at any moment. I've been trying to convince him that the city has far more urgent matters to deal with. For instance, rescuing those currently dying under the rubble. You know what? There may in fact be one matter that is more important than guarding this hole. I put it off, and look where it's led us. I should have had you hung from the gates back when you dared to defend your gang of delinquent demon collaborators. If the Sarkorians had hanged Arilu Vorlesh while they had the chance, there never would have been a war. I won't repeat their mistake. I won't hesitate any longer. Soldiers, seize this scum. pretty sure this fool will be pleased by the bright lights, so here's some fireworks for you. Behold, Inquisitor, I bear the gift of an angel who died in the caves below Canabres. I am no enemy. The old man frowns and whispers something, a prayer or a spell. With each word his face relaxes. You are telling the truth. The light in your hand was wrought by the power of heaven. I will keep an open mind with regard to you, stranger. And later, under less fractious circumstance, I would like to ask you about how you came to receive this gift. But that can wait. Now must deal with this filth once and for all. Don't lay a finger on him, or you'll have to answer to me. The Aasimar holds up his hands in a placating gesture. Stop! You are the defenders of what remains of Canabres. Can't you think of anything better to do than be at each other's throats in the ruins of a city? He performed a chaotic action. Ramian looks at the prelate. You're a fool, Overrun. You're a zealot and a murderer, but you're a fool first and foremost. I told you that the wardstone was weakened. You wouldn't listen. I warned you that the city was going to be attacked. You shooed me away. The truth is that my young adepts were trying to save the wardstone, and you stopped them. Of course, those truly responsible for this tragedy are the demons, but you have done nothing to prevent it. And now you would rather kill an innocent person and perish yourself than admit you were wrong, as always. The wave of his wand, the Aasimar vanishes. He fled, the heretic. He's no doubt expecting me to rush off in pursuit, but that won't work on me. Overrun turns his attention to you. What about you? If you truly have been marked for the gift of heaven, this is your chance to save the city. Go and bring back that filthy traitor. I'm almost certain that he and his cronies were helping the demons, either knowingly or unknowingly. Their attempt to bewitch the wardstone is clear proof. Ramian must be captured. I see you suffered greatly in battle. Nonsense! I had to deal with an Abyssus. It was nothing. I've taken on worse enemies with the goddess's help. Abyssus, also known as death demons, have the ability to drain their victims' life force. Judging by Overrun's pallor, he has lost a significant amount of his. The Inquisitor can bluster as much as he wants, but right now he's far from the peak of his abilities. Why are you obsessed with finding enemies everywhere you look? Why? You must not be from around these parts. Or you wouldn't have asked such a question. I look for enemies everywhere because their enemies are everywhere. Who are we at war with? Demons. Demons and cultists. They are massive deceptions. They worm their way into your favour and masquerade in all manner of false guises. Do you think Dresden was attacked by force? No, by trickery. Were it not for me, Canabres would have gone the same way long ago. Captured out from under our noses. Now listen to what I'm about to tell you. This was a long time ago. I was very young back then, and I had just joined the crusade. Back then, Canabres didn't have a garrison as much as a public thoroughfare. Anyone who wanted could just stroll into the city. One day at dawn, a group of refugees came up to the city gates bold as brass. The guards let them in, and why not, for no one had ever turned away, so it was no matter. Everyone was welcome in our city if you came from Mendev, or if you'd hauled yourself here from across the seas. The crusade accepted all and sundry, but on this occasion we paid dearly for our laxity. Just as soon as those innocent lambs entered the city, they transformed into demons and rushed towards the wardstone, slaughtering everyone who tried to stop them. 62 people died in less than a minute. The demons used their mutilated corpses to desecrate the obelisk. None of them dared go near it. The light of the goddess burned them all, so they threw the blood from afar, spattering the wardstone from every direction. And the lead demon, an eyeless beast, Minago is her name, had met her. Jeered and gloated, saying we mortals had been sitting ducks. And the creature was right too. We let our guard down and we got what we deserved. That bloodbath came to be known as the Red Morning Massacre, and it was burned into the townsfolk's memory. Since then, Canabres has adopted different practices. Heretics, cultists, spies, all the rabble who coveted Irilu's glory. We drove them all out of the city. Yeah, I've heard how good a job you did from Mirabeth. We haven't had any trouble here since. Many have come here, even the Baelor Karamzadeh, and they have all been sent straight back to where they came. or else they were killed for their trouble. You see, Discari himself had to crawl out to the abyss and come here. The goddess cursed him in order to break through our defences. And what did he do? He left again. And we're still fighting. Now this is what vigilance and discipline can do. Ramian really warned you about the attack? Those crazed Desnans were always bursting into my study with their incoherent prophecies that came to them in dreams. I won't lie, sometimes they did come to pass. But can we really rely on the woolly dreams of heretics over the cold hard facts of intelligence reports? Plenty of demons could have easily fooled them and whispered a treasonous plan in their dreams, and those lunatics would have been only too happy to listen. This time, Mr. Curls for Brains came to me and declared that the demons were about to attack the city, and that the Wardstone's power was diminished by some kind of contamination or taint. Now, my dear, forgive me for even repeating the words. After uttering such blasphemy, he should have been locked up along with his followers and interrogated. But instead, I simply increased the surveillance on them. And what next? My people caught them red-handed, trying to attack the Wardstone with unknown magic. You don't know what the magic was, how do you know they were attacking or not trying to help? And not 3 days later, the demons attacked the city. There's an obvious connection between these events. Yes, they were notified of an oncoming attack. What's your issue here? Whether deliberately or under demonic influence, the Desnans played right into the hands of Discard's hordes, and they almost left the city completely defenceless. Ramian covered for his people the whole time and helped them escape my guards. After that, what else would a traitor and a heretic? I once said there's nothing dangerous in there. There probably isn't now, we cleared it out. Where can I find Ramian? How should I know? The weasel can't have gone far, he turned invisible. He's probably hunkered down in some hole, like the traitorous rat he is, and he'll be sitting, trembling, and waiting till he's dragged out of there. I have to go. Mongrel's body sliced from shoulder to groin. Face is screwed up tightly, his bloody fangs broken. Right. Hard to believe the place recently handled bustling. Okay. Yeah, there's no bustling market here. Midnight Bolt.
I lead. You follow.
Let's go upstairs. Watch it, what are you goons doing? You bloody trying to crush me? A young tiefling lies trapped on the collapsed section of the tunnel. Another two tieflings scramble around, trying in vain to free him from the rubble. Bit whining, hey alarm, someone's coming. Maybe he'll help us. Wise up, would you, before you get killed? Let us make a run for it while we still can. No, come on, don't leave me here, I'll die. Hey you guys. I see you're in a bit of a jam. Get a load of this lot. No escort either. Waldriff, you little shit. How are you not dead yet? Who's that with you? Friends of mine, great guys. Waldriff turns to you and out of the corner of his mouth says, listen, do me a solid. Help them drag the Sonic Arcs free. They'll repay you across my heart. That's fine.
Should we rest now?
Clearing the rubble.
Nah.
proves a bigger challenge than expected. By the time you finally free the trapped tiefling, you're ready to collapse with fatigue. I'm alive, and all in one piece, give or take. Thank you. I'll remember your kindness for the rest of my life. The freed tiefling turns to his companions. And you two clowns, I don't want to hear a word out of you. Get into the tunnel now. One trip, just to the Great Garrison and back. Don't be a coward, it's not going to collapse. Go or else we came all this way for nothing. That ended well, didn't it? Shh, not now, talk later. Tiefling's eyes you, and elbows his chatty companion in the ribs, causing him to double over in pain. Sounds suspicious, come clean, who are you? Alright, don't hurt us. People call us the Tieflings. I know, Woljip, remember? Kind of skirt the edge of the law. That's how we make our living. Say some tyrant bans books that show stuff he don't like, or fancy Kionin wine that he don't drink. Is it wrong if we step in to fill the gap in the market? I have no problem with it, stop justifying it. Don't go thinking we're gangsters. Yeah, I've met Charisma as well. I helped you and now you can help me, and Commander Turabade, to save Canalpres. The militia needs people with various skills, even ones as unusual as yours. You what? Are you blind or something? The tiefling points at his horns and his tail. Know what people call us? A reloose spawn. That's one of the nicer nicknames. Crusaders and tieflings don't mix. They'll be torched on sight. Whoa, Turabade and a best Turabade from the Eagle Watch. Lads, we have to help her. She's one of the only big shots in the town that actually treat us with any decency. Why should we risk our necks for the Crusaders? Because Turabade risked her neck for ours. He saved me from that creek pull run. Yanked me right out of his torture chamber. Only a worthless Torag would refuse to help her out after that. Nah. I'm not listening to any more of this. The tiefling makes a show of covering his ears. You do what you want. I'm heading for the River Kingdoms. Go on then. I'm going with the Crusaders. I'm going to round up the others to help. The tiefling smirks. We've made some good money in the city. It'd be a shame to surrender our meal ticket to the demons. But enough yammering. So long. Right, we've got the tieflings amongst us. Common cause, we've got the tieflings and the Knights of the Flaming Lance at the moment. Let's head back down.
Onwards! Let's hear you cry!
Oh,
Our time has come.
you're not going anywhere right now, are you?
Let's move already.
Let's have a quick nap. Now, protective rituals. You can do them. Camouflage. Walsh, if you have that. Night Watch, me and you. Alchemy. You. Letting me. I guess you can go on there, although you don't actually belong on there. What is your job? Code. Scribing. Oh, you will be a scribe. You just aren't at the moment. Ah, yes, law religion. Yes, that's right.
pearls of wisdom from Brother Woljeff. If you're flogging a fake treasure map, take care that all the islands are where they ought to be. Or if you add some of your own devising, at least give them normal sounding names. Lands of Woljeff the Great isn't a good name, it turns out.
That would probably be good advice, Woljeff. You should take it yourself. Sometimes a long-awaited rest does not bring the desired relief. What comes is a heavy clinging sleep on the edge of wakefulness, where consciousness seems poised between reality and oblivion. The possible reasons for such disturbing slumber are myriad: strained nerves, perhaps, or a lingering reaction to trauma. The Yorkie emerges from the oblivion of his leaden sleep, like a drowned man dragging himself up from the depths of the swamp. The wound on his chest is burning like someone pressed an invisible brand to it. The wound has closed again, but the blood stain on his shirt betrays its presence beneath. There's no time to investigate the cause of his behind his malaise. A trying day lies ahead, but how will Sir Yorkie be up to the challenge? His thoughts are so muddled. That's stupid. I'll just douse myself with cold water and get on with it. What kind of a wimp do you think I am? As if a veteran adventurer could be frightened by a bad dream. A splash of cold water enlivens his senses, and the weariness abates, retreating from the depths of his subconsciousness, leaving the path open to return the next time Sir Yorkie seeks refuge in sleep. Sir Yorkie recalls that he slept peacefully in the Defender's heart. Perhaps a priest can explain what happened. Ah, yes. Yes. I need to see about,
Together we
maybe you.
stand.
There. Onwards, ever onwards. Judging by the size of the bloody stain, the body of something truly enormous was dragged over these stones. Threndralev most likely, yes, I seem to recall that. She lost her head. Not a good thing to do in battle. Thank the gods I found someone who isn't fleeing in a panic. Are you crusaders, mercenaries? The comely half-elf. He's so frightened he can barely get the words out. I'm a servant of Count Darren Kale Nevis Arende. My lord's mansion is under attack by demons, the master himself. And all his guests are trapped inside. And his house guards are nowhere to be found. I managed to escape through a servant's passage to look for help. Will you help me? The mansion is only a stone's throw away, on the next street over. He meets your gaze with pleading eyes. You've heard about the Arende family before. This wealthy and noble Mendevian dynasty was almost wiped out by demons more than 10 years ago. The last surviving member of the family, the young Count Darren, has an infamous reputation. He's well known for being a rake and a rogue. I see misfortune continues to dog out Arende. Servant cringes. You're telling me. Everyone tried to talk me out of taking up the position, saying that it can't have been just bad luck that brought tragedy down on the family and almost killed off the line. But I reasoned that since my master was the only one to survive the calamity, that meant he must be blessed by fate and the powers of good. Or he's being watched by something that's essentially stalking him, or he himself was responsible for what happened, or any one of a number of other less fortunate things. The pay was nothing to sniff at either. The servant cast his eyes around. I should have listened to the people smarter than me and gone to work somewhere else, preferably far away from Canabres. Tell me what happened. I'll tell you what I can. I was working from dusk till dawn, and back to dusk again, serving guests at the Count's banquet. When the other servants came to relieve me at my post, I went to sleep. Next thing I know, I wake up and there are demons inside the mansion. I couldn't even reach the Count. The monsters had blocked the way. The Count's banquet was still going on. He and his guests were in the great hall. As far as I could tell, the door to the room was sealed, and the demons couldn't get in. I'm begging you, hurry. The mansion's doors are sturdily built, and the demons will have to work hard to get past them, so you'll still have time to rescue the people inside. will I get if I help this Count of yours? I'm sure the Count will reward you handsomely. Alright, I'll help. And I will, but not right this second.
Over there!
Booze! Why not?
Head on!
Hear me, take heed. The hordes of the Abyss march. The Wardstone is their target. They must not be allowed to capture it. The consequences will be disastrous. Yes, we've kind of heard that from various places. Oh, there's something here. Nothing much. Hello? Ramian! The gold-curled Asimar greets you with a graceful bow. So you found me. I have nowhere else to run. I'm at your mercy. Kill me if you wish. Did you really know about the demon attack before it happened? I did. We have a secret ally in the enemy ranks. No one knows who this brave soul is, but she has been feeding us information about the demon's plans. These dispatches have come to us by the most reliable channel bestowed upon us by the great dreamer herself. They have come to us in dreams. Philip Holrun brushed them off as meaningless reveries, and while I admit that it isn't always easy to distinguish our allies' messages from ordinary dreams, but even ordinary dreams are gifts from Desna, and always worthy of attention. The Prelate, and all the Crusade leaders for that matter, should have put less store in reason and more in intuition, inspiration and spontaneity. Yeah, that always works. What's more, not long before the attack on the city, a blind elf who calls himself the Storyteller arrived in Canabres. The Wanderer wasn't merely a collector of legends, but a scholar of the unknown. We've met him. According to him, the Wardstone in our city, the first and foremost, most important interchange of Wardstones, weakened since long ago, was teetering on the brink of corruption. It seems that the Red Morning Massacre and other demon attacks, even the ones we fended off, did not leave us unscathed. Unfortunately, the Prelate did not wish to listen to us, or the Storyteller either. We're lucky he wasn't burnt at the stake as a heretic. We've had such vital information on our hands, information that could save the city, but no one cared to listen, all the way to the catastrophic end. Not all dreams have benign origins. What if the dreamers were sent by demons? In a different time and place, perhaps someone could have become the victim of false dreams sent by monsters. But here in the war with the Abyss, the goddess is keeping a close eye on her most faithful followers. I have no doubt that if a dreamer tried to intrude on the dreams of any one of us, Desna's punishment would have been swift. If you say so. Tell me about the strange rituals that were going to be performed on the Wardstone. Ramian looked slightly abashed. When my attempts to open Holrun's eyes ended in failure, a few of my young adepts resolved to take matters into their own hands. They did not consult me before doing so, but I have never demanded iron discipline from my priests. Army commanders may have subordinates, but I have pupils and fellow worshippers. I can only inspire them. I cannot command them. It seems that they were inspired all on their own. They had no intent. They only wished to access the Wardstone in secret and tried to cleanse it. But to Holrun, this became a suspect ritual after hearing even more voices in their dreams. The children wanted to save their city, but the Inquisitors detained them and almost killed them. I had to intervene. I used my authority and my power as a cleric to give them a chance to flee. They hadn't got away. They were destined for a cell in the Prelate's dungeons, and quite likely death. Why are you and Holrun feuding? Well, I'm not feuding with him. I sincerely wish only the best for the man. In an ideal world, he'd be far away from the front lines, enjoying a peaceful retirement. But even if that isn't possible, I've always tried to help him fulfill the mission that he has taken upon himself, and to which he is fatally ill-suited. Protecting Canabres against the demons. Unfortunately, he is convinced that the followers of Desna are heretics and saboteurs. He refused to listen to me, and it was only the knightly orders that deterred him from including us in his witch hunt. Now, there is clearly no one left standing in his way. He's finally free to get rid of us once and for all. there a chance you can resolve your conflict? I don't know. Holden's faith is truly formidable. Not only his faith in Iomade, but his own infallibility. In other words, he's as hard-headed as a rock troll. But even so, Desna teaches us never to lose hope. Talk to him. Try to explain that we are fighting on the same side. If he attacks you, disarm him, bind his hands. But I beg you, if at all possible, please do not kill him. Why haven't you left this place for somewhere safer? People might need help, and they will come to the temple in search of the priest. I will not hide away in a hole, saving my own neck, while Canabres is full of people suffering in the wake of the demon's attack. I have to go. Wait, 3 of my adepts are in hiding somewhere in the ruins of the city. The ones the Inquisitors wrongly accused of treason. I beg you to find them and protect them against the demons and vigilantes like Holron. They will not rest until they find them. If there is anything else you can do to save Canabres, please do it. Stranger, wait, you spared Ramian despite what the Mad Inquisitor told you. The young voice comes from nowhere. Oh, hang on, I forgot to remove the spell. I hope Holron's dogs aren't lurking nearby. A pale youth materialized in front of you. His face looks haggard from lack of sleep, but he is clearly pleased to be speaking with someone. So you're one of the Desna adepts that tried to break into the Wardstone? Yes, I'm Ilka's, cleric of Desna. I'm one of the people who answered the call of the voice in dreams. Some unknown person made contact with us through dreams, telling us about the demon's plans. We learned that the demons were planning to attack Canabres and do something terrible to our Wardstone, which already carries a taint of corruption. Prelate Holron refused to heed our warnings. We had to make a choice. We could either throw up our hands and pull back, or take action even though it could cost us our lives. What heartless person could stand by in the face of such a deadly threat? What were you planning to do? The young man hesitates. Our plan was to get to it and then follow our instincts. There were 3 of us, a cleric, a mage, and a bard. Between us we had a lot. Oh, we know a lot. We're capable of a great deal. If we'd had enough time, I'm sure we could have figured out what was wrong with the Wardstone, and how to heal it. But they didn't give us time. How could a zealot like Holron become a respected defender in Canabres? His faith is strong, incredibly strong. The people of the city have seen him fighting on the front lines time after time. I myself remember feeling dumbstruck the first time I saw that gruff old man slaying demons in a fit of righteous fury. The people living on the edge of the abyss need protecting more than anything else, and that's why they are prepared to forgive the protector almost anything, even prejudice, paranoia, and the death of innocence. Also, Holden hasn't been as brutal as he used to be for a long time. He has his loyal right-hand man, Leotta, known as Hawkblade. He's a witch hunter too, but a good deal more rational and even-tempered. Holden trusts him completely, and Leotta always conducts a thorough investigation before dragging a victim to the fire. It's our bad luck that Leotta left Canabres in pursuit of some particularly vicious hags 2 weeks before the attack. If he were here, he wouldn't have let Holron attack Ramian. On the other hand, if he were here, we wouldn't have escaped after trying to get through to the Wardstone. We'd all be in a cell right now. Whose voice have you been hearing? Nobody knows what it is, but everyone has heard it. Heard her, I should say. Is convinced that she is good and pure soul chosen by Desna. We had a choice. We could entrust her to accept that we have an ally somewhere who isn't afraid of all the armies of the Abyss, or we could drown in suspicions and get one step closer to becoming just like Holron. We decided to trust the voice, and seeing Canabres devastated, which is what our unknown ally tried to prevent until the very end, I can see now who had the truth on their side. Where are your fellow worshippers, and how many of them are there? Fortunately or unfortunately, I don't know where they are. We all split up to confuse the Inquisitors. You need help? Desna teaches us to trust in last-ditch chances. Listen, my friends are called Aranka and Thal. Thal the Wallflower. Aranka is an amazing singer and a truly beautiful girl. She has plenty of friends and fans. She's probably blended into a crowd somewhere. Wallflower is a mage. I don't think he'll be risking using magic. It'll only bring the Inquisitors down on him. He'll be harder to find. You better find Aranka first. She might know where Wallflower is. Please find them and protect them against the demons and the Inquisitors. I will await news of the goddess's temple. I hope our mysterious helper will send us a new message that will reveal what is to come from the demons. Then I have to go. Right, let's go back to overrun. I talked to Ramian. He's not your enemy. He only wants what's good for Canabres. The Inquisitor gives you a black look. I would consider those words an admission of treason from anyone else, but I don't wish to draw my weapon against he who has been given heaven's gift. I won't. As long as you don't do anything worse than conniving with that rabble-rouser Ramian. I won't even ask you again to kill the rabble-rouser. As soon as we liberate the city from the demons, my fatal will hunt him down. And I'm leaving. Hang on. You should go to the... look, your force are needed elsewhere. Head of Beth Tirabay, the warden of the city, is gathering troops in the Defender's Heart Tavern to strike against the demons. Who now? Tirabay, that upstart, warden of the city? I suppose I have already been written off for dead. This isn't sedition, this is outright insurrection. I'm loath to abandon my watch, but I can't turn a blind eye to such blatant usurpation of power. We have no hope of defeating the enemy if there is disorder within our own ranks. I'm going over there right now. I need to see what this Irabeth is up to. Alright, we've got more joining us. And I guess we have to go back and let him know that Ulrun's not going to leave him alone. Ramian. I managed to calm Ulrun down a little, but he's still hell-bent on driving you out of the city once the demon attack has been repelled. Ramian lowers his head. I suppose I should be pleased, but the idiocy, the injustice of it all, makes my blood boil. I will leave Canabres, but not before we fight off the demons. No matter what happens, I thank you. At the best to the bed of the Eagle Watch is gathering survivors in the Defender's Heart. It'd be very useful there. I fear my presence would be ill-advised, even though you managed to managed to reason with our mutual friend. Side of me might reignite his inquisitive zeal. You have a fair point. Very well, I have to go. Right. Let us step outside. And go to the silken thread. Oh, the dead duelists here.
Onwards!
Ask nicely. Fine. This is my kind of work.
Is it just...
Strike.
More stuff we can sell. Onwards we go. Disarm a trap.
Pretty good, aren't I?
And there's barrels or something down here. Couple of boxes. Right. Let's step down to the cellar.
None shall escape!
That. Well, this is a storyteller's ring. We'll equip that. That one goes to you, Clouded Sky.
Head on!
Well, there are the guides is there. They certainly do get around, don't they? The Tower of Estrod. Canabrys burns, a city that should never have fallen. Fate shows no mercy. Darkness and malevolent rage hide behind many masks. But I only see them for what they are. I see them in you. I hear the echo of menacing footsteps. I feel the heat of ancient cold rage. Old enemy, you'll not escape so easily. Servants of the Abyss, you entered the house of memory with evil in your souls. Soon you will be but a memory. Bring it, ghost, memory, whatever you are.
I see blood! Blood!
I lead, you follow.
Whoever you are, keep quiet. There's a horde of enemies just beyond this door. Come over here and you'll see. There's a handy way up here, nearby.
Onwards!
Be quiet and watch, this is the best part. Get it together, idiots! No more looting. You're all sit there and wait for the order to attack the defender's heart. The last bastion of the Crusader resistance will flatten them and claim their victory. Into the abyss with all the Crusaders and the Defender's Heart. Keyless, the city is ours already. Now it's time to enjoy the spoils. Split up into groups quickly. I'll tell you where to go and what to bring back. Baxton, you idiot. Go back to Baphomet. He must be missing his lapdog. Everyone here will be following my orders. I'm in charge. We won't submit to you, you dirty descarate. Keep out of this, kill us. Or I'll curse all your extremities to wither and drop off. Everyone listen to me. What we're going to do is... Looking for a fight, Faxon? Well, you've got one. When cultists fight. Had enough, worm. I'm in charge here. Killus is the strongest. No looting, only slaughter. We're going to sit here and wait for the command to attack. Defender's Heart will fall.
I'd stay away from there right now. The tower is the main stronghold of the Templars of the Ivory Labyrinth and their allies. Going up against that many of them would be suicide. I have a better idea. If the demons and their mortal agents were better organized, the Crusaders would have been crushed long before now. But they're always trying to spread in every direction. Right now, in every corner of the city, there are demons like Kylus who are trying to consolidate their forces to launch a joint attack on the Defender's Heart.
Who are you?
Greybor. I'm a contract killer who's been hired to kill that demon that just walloped that other one. I've tracked him all the way here, and was planning to kill him when that crowd showed up, so I had to pull back.
What do you suggest?
Don't even think about trying to take them all on single-handed. You'll be mincemeat. Better to warn the Crusaders and the Defender's Heart that the demons are planning to attack. And later, once the attackers have been taken care of, it'll be much easier to sweep through this tower and eliminate the Defenders left behind.
You think I can't handle this lot here and now? Count to 10. I'm going now.
I hope you act wise.
Well, you may not think so.
You should have run.
Ass kicked.
Cover me, all right?
Sword.
I got this.
May I see your entrails, please?
This will hurt.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
Right, now we should be in a position to do a fear. Blood ret running.
Let the attack commence!
Don't hold back!
Go. Distract them for me.
Run them through!
Do not hold back.
Are you still here?
Die, die, die!
Strike! You should have run.
All I saw is blackness.
Time to share the treasures.
Alright, that's them done. I think we can go into real-time mode now.
Tactical retreat. No.
I think we can consider that scouted, don't you?
I'm always ready.
I will not falter.
This will hurt.
Now, let's go to the basement.
Move out!
A pale and frightened half-elf looks at you warily. His face is twisted into a grimace like he just ate something slimy. Well, hey, who are you? Praise Baphomet. What are you doing down here? Did Faxon send you? Not really. I heard a noise outside, but I was busy making a list of the relics. Something happened. Who are you? I'm Telmer, a scribe and senior aide to Lord Xanther, the Plagued One. And do forgive me, but Faxon has been assigned to his command, has he not? Where is he? What are you doing here? Compiling a list of the valuable artifacts. Lord Xanther has ordered that everything of use should be transported from Canabres and saved from the looting and destruction. We chose the museum as a place to collect and sort through the trophies. Unfortunately, the local thieves have proved even quicker off the mark than the demons. They ransacked the museum in the first few hours of the assault. But there are some objects of interest among the exhibits they left behind. The museum custodian has been kind enough to advise me on these. Where is Faxon? Finest season in Mendev. Turn your back on everything. Turn your back on everything that isn't nailed to the floor. We'll be gone when you turn round. Seems have no chance against the master of our trade, we are. Get your hands off the Crusade relics. The half-elf leaps back nimbly, pulling a sheaf of papers from his bag as he goes. No, I have valuable letters from Lord Xanther here. I must destroy them. The cultist balls the pages up in his fist and shoves them into his mouth, and begins furiously chewing like a hamster. A moment later, the half-elf's eyes bulge and he opens his mouth, which is stuffed with masticated paper. He tries to cough, but nothing comes out. The failed saboteur looks at you with desperation. His eyes are streaming, his face is growing paler by the second, and he falls to his knees. Well, are you enjoying a meal? Please feel free to continue. The half-elf falls in convulsions, scrabbling at his throat. For all the time, he looks at you in terror, bystander to his horrific demise. Yeah, couldn't happen to a better person, could it? Right.
Head on!
Someone down here. Probably the actual curator of the place. Let's see.
I lead, you follow.
Nothing else there, right. Where is this guy? There he is. What a mess, everything will have to be cleaned up and laid out according to the inventory list. The old man, looking around absent-mindedly, shrinks away from it as you get closer. His head seems to shake uncontrollably, but his hands are surprisingly deft and assured as they level a magic wand at you. Stay back, which are you, robber or demon? Hey, take it easy, Gramps. So that's the way, is it? You see horns and you think thief or demon? Lower the wand, or else. The old man goggles at you in terror, but he doesn't lower his wand. A rustling comes from somewhere behind him. Rats. The old man wheels around fearfully and peers into the direction the sound came from. The hand holding the wand gradually falls to his side. When he turns back to you, there's no fear in his expression, only a vague confusion. I'm sorry, I was distracted. What were we talking about? Why did the demon spare you? Museum custodian looks at you in stark surprise. Demons? There'll be no demons in this museum. I heard them breaking into the tower, but they eventually went quiet. Then a very polite young fellow came along, a half-elf. He said Canabrys was under attack, but that the Crusaders had already recaptured the tower. He said he'd been sent to oversee the evacuation of the museum. He was very pleased to find me here. I've proved a very useful resource. I bet you have, you fool. I showed him all the most valuable relics. You are a fool! That elf was a demon worshipper. What do you mean, demon worshipper? The fine young lad, so well dressed, so but he said the Crusade... Oh my word, the relics, we must go after them. The old man works himself into a state, bitterly lamenting as he roots through his many pockets. But the outburst doesn't last long. The motion of his hand slows and the awareness fades from his eyes. He stares off into the distance. Sorry, did you say something? Go to the Defender's Heart. There's people there to look after you. Really, is it safe there? But how can I leave the museum? His gaze falls upon the trace of the ransacking, and the old man becomes lost in thought, so trying to find an explanation for what he's seeing. You know what happened here, don't you? Thieves, they were. Prowling about, wanted to rob the museum, but I stopped them. Those ne'er-do-wells came in here, and I gave them what for. Dose of battle magic. They want me back. Don't worry about me. I may be old, but I can still hold my own. Alright, I have to go.
Onwards!
Other doors.
This is my kind of work. My tail is twitching. Must be a sign.
Right.
Move out!
No secrets can escape my prying gaze.
Something wrong?
Well, Jeff, why don't you just go in alone?
I was successful in my search.
The trap there. Well, you bloody
This
idiot,
is
you
my
walked
kind of
straight
work.
into one, didn't you? Never mind.
Pretty good, aren't I?
Got a cookery,
Head on!
books, etc. Mostly junk. Come on, loot it, will you?
This is my kind of work.
And we have a bow. Entrapping longbow. Let's see. Whenever this +1 composite longbow confirms a critical hit, all enemies in 10 foot must pass a reflex saving throw or become entangled. Alright. That's not bad. It only does one every 20. It's on average. But Robin, certainly better than what you've got there, isn't it? It's a composite longbow, but you have no penalty on that, so that's fine.
I lead. You follow.
Just don't blame me. This is my kind of work.
Onwards!
I think that's light armor. Let me just see here. Yes. It's Robin the Hood. You should be okay with it. It's much better than what you have currently. And that would be us done there. We done yet? Out we go. Well, my friends, to put it bluntly, nature calls, so I'm going to end the stream here. One of the lives of Yorkie will be back later, probably with Circus Electrique, and then later still, this evening probably, Old Yorkie should be here with Disney Dreamlight Valley. For now, you've been a fine group of companions, and I thank you for your time. If you want to help the channel grow,